Hello, it's the Hillbilly halfwit, yeah, Gaza, and we're talking about the Welsh NHS now in 2023, or 2024. And I did something the other day on that. If you don't mind going and having a look at that and commenting and subscribing and sharing that to get it out there to the masses. Like I said, we've been doing pretty good lately where people are sharing the stuff and it's getting out there. So there's about 4,000 people getting to see this stuff in Wales, and you can see what sort of trouble Wales is in and how it's being run really badly by Welsh Labour at the moment and the Senedd. I'm not on any political side whatsoever. I'm just stuck in the middle, like I tell everybody. So what we're talking about today is the state of the Welsh NHS in Wales and the waiting times. It's quite unbelievable, really, that there's not more said about it. So here we go. The damning report on the state of the NHS in Wales in 2023. Healthcare Inspectorate Wales is responsible for inspecting all aspects of NHS care across the country, as annual report paints a troubled picture of health services in Wales. A damning report on the state of the NHS in Wales has said there are unrelenting pressures on the healthcare service across the country, and initiatives to help support the services are not making a difference at the front line. There are risks relating to emergency care, staffing levels, poor patient flow, and the accessibility of appointments. Patient flow, as well as intense daily pressures around patient admission and bed management, is the main issue that all NHS hospitals in Wales are experiencing this year. Patients are frustrated with the long waits they are expecting, and staff are not satisfied with the immensely pressured environments they find themselves in on a daily basis. The damning report from Health Inspectorate Wales summarised the annual activity of its inspections across the NHS in Wales, of which there were 178, as well as independent healthcare services. Poor patient flow has been a major issue in hospitals across Wales this year. There have been repeated incidences where hospitals have declared major incidents due to a number of people in emergency departments or waiting outside in ambulances. Now, when my father was alive, I had a lot of experience of this, and I took him to Hereford Hospital several times. They took him in the ambulance. I went there the next day. He was still on a bed in the corridor, and he went into the room, and I took him out of there and brought him home. He never even saw the bed in the place. He was absolutely knackered. I don't blame the people in there. It was just unreal. And there was another occasion in Newtown where the same thing happened. He was in an ambulance waiting outside Aberystwyth Hospital for a whole day, freezing his nuts off. And there was nothing to do wrong with the ambulance people. It was just there was no room. So then he went in and he was on a stretcher, for half a day. It was unreal. Anyway, I mentioned this the other day. Well, now there's a bit more figures come out here now. The treatments with the longest waits in Wales hospitals. The treatments with the longest waits in Wales hospitals. The percentage of people waiting longer than 36 weeks. So if you look up the left side there, is the percentage of people waiting longer than 36 weeks. And across the bottom here is all the conditions. So I'm going to twist this diagram the other way so we can read it a bit better. And this is source Stats Wales. This data was published in March and reflects pathways closed in January 2024. So this is from the horse's mouth. So here we are. Endocrinology, 12.4%. Gastroenterology, 16.4%. Chemical pathology, 16.7%. Dermatology, 11.2%. Pain management, 17.8%. To think that somebody is in constant pain and they have to wait longer than 36 weeks to get that sorted is absolutely unreal. I don't know what all of these are. I'm no expert. I'm just showing them for you, okay? Plastic surgery, 18.3%. Urology, 19.6%. General surgery, 20.3%. Like, that's quite shocking, isn't it? You've got to wait. 20% of people are waiting 36 weeks for general surgery. Look at this, restorative dentistry, 22.5%. Well, I actually had that last week. So I had a botched job in the dentist, and he snapped my tooth off trying to pull it out, and I had to go to the hospital, which they did a wonderful job. Absolutely wonderful dentist in the hospital, but it took me, I think it was 2 months to get that sorted. So, fantastic people work in the hospital. It's just the process, I'm afraid. Maybe that guy who shouldn't have been a dentist to start with, that did it originally. Rheumatology, 22.7%. Gynecology, 24.6%. Neurology, 26%. Ear, nose and throat, 27%. Orthodontics, 30%. Pediatric surgery, 32.8%. Now we're getting into some big numbers, you know. Oral surgery, 34.7%. Now, I'm not sure what that is. Would that mean if you've got cancer in your throat or your mouth? I do not know. Ophthalmology. God, I couldn't get that one out. 35%. Clinical pharmacology. 38.7%. Remember, I'm a hillbilly halfwit. I am not that well educated. Pediatric dentistry. Oh my God. 40.1% of pediatric dentistry are waiting longer than 36 weeks. That is incredible. The pain from teeth is just something else, isn't it? Trauma and orthopedic, 44% waiting. Dental medicine, 48.8% of people are waiting more than 36 weeks. Well, I was actually lucky, wasn't I? And it was just 2 months. God almighty. That's quite shocking. Dentistry is terrible, isn't it, at the moment? Anesthetics, 58.1%. Clinical immunology and allergy, 68.5% of people are waiting longer than 36 weeks. Audiological medicine, I do not know what on earth that is. It sounds like something to do with hearing aids. I think 92.6% of people are waiting 36 weeks, longer than 36 weeks. I'm sure that must be to do with your hearing. Well. That's pretty shocking, isn't it? It's like I'm middle-aged and I'm starting to have a few things going. I've had my eyesight problem throughout my life. And everybody's been really good in the operations I've had and everything. And I can't fault the actual NHS people who work there, but there is something seriously wrong. The way it's being run is, we're wasting all these billions and billions on climate change when money should be put into this or something taken over so the running of the place is better. I don't really know what the answer is, but it's terrible. So comment, rate and subscribe. And Gaza, you're quite concerned that basic stuff like hearing and dentistry and stuff like that is pretty much overlooked. Comment, rate and subscribe. Ta-da.